Hey, a lot of get down shit going on right now. I know y'all know about it.
Ey,
Two twins on me, Marcia and Tamara.
no problemo, tú también, I'm about to spit this fuego. Muddy cup with extra syrup like I'm eating Eggos. Big shotgun, more shells than a blue sombrero. Bitch, don't play with.
Welcome back to our podcast, Truly Sports. Truly, we need that sponsor. All right, don't forget about us when we make it big, because we won't forget
Have we
about
been
y'all.
tagging them in this?
Truly?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on YouTube. Can you tag people on YouTube?
We got something special coming next week too. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Shout us out. All right.
What's that?
All right. So we put our bets in for this week. Our overall record, we're 20-10 overall. That's 10 games over 500. So if you're betting with us, you're getting your money's worth, definitely. So we put our locks in. We're going to go over our standings through the first 4 weeks. All right? So our records versus spreads. So right now in first place, we got Alex. He's at 7-1. All right? So he's been locking them in. Even though his bets are a little weird, he's been locking them in.
Hey, winning's winning.
Damn right.
And then right behind him, you got me at 5-1. Only game I lost was that Lions game. All right? That was a toss-em. All right? Then we got Jimmy.
I tried to hold it in, but I couldn't do it.
Then we got Jimmy and Justin tied for third at 4-4. All right. If you,
That's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad, but
It can be a lot worse than that. We're only up from here.
Could be like, dude.
but if you bet with them, you're even right now. No, I'm just kidding. And then Dew, aka Dewey Drew, he's at 0-2. Hopefully he
He
can
varsity Drew now.
hopefully he could get his first W on the board this week. All right, we want him to
We
win
should
some
take
money.
he should be Dre until he gets a win.
Yeah, we taking the W away from him. His name is Dre until he gets his first W. All right, we're gonna transition to recapping last week's NFL games. So last week the big games we had Ravens, Colts, Seahawks, Bills, and then Tampa Bay, New Orleans. All right, we're gonna start with Jimmy. His lock was the Ravens and Colts, so he's gonna talk on that game.
I mean, it went just kind of like how I said it for my lock last week. The Colts have a good defense, but eventually the Ravens were able to figure it out and score points. Lamar Jackson is still not looking like the same quarterback he was last year, still figuring it out. But they were able to put up 24 points, and the Colts can't score with them. If anybody saw, my future play of the week is going to be Phillip Rivers trying to tackle somebody. It was terrible. And then at the end, he was just exhausted and laid on the ground. So, yeah, good game. Two decent teams, but the Ravens are just way better offensively.
Like that. All right, I'll discuss that Seahawks-Bills game. Josh Allen had a monster game, 415 for 3 touchdowns. Just exposing that Seahawks defense once again. So with that defense, I don't think they could go far into the playoffs. I think they're one of the most concerning playoff teams right now, just because of that defense. And then Russell Wilson turned the ball 2-3 times. What was it, 2 or 3?
I want to say it was 3 turnovers.
Okay.
They get a fumble in there.
He
too.
fumbled too, yeah.
So 3 turnovers, that's not going to help their defense either. They're keeping that defense on the field longer.
He has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like damn near perfect
Yes,
to win
Their
games.
100%.
defense limits them for sure.
100%. And then we're going to go over that New Orleans stomping over Tampa Bay. Go ahead, Alex.
What's more impressive? Taysom Hill leading the team in rushing, or Jameis Winston with a 100% passing percentage?
Squinston.
Hey, that's my boy, best quarterback in the NFL.
He should have been the starter for the Bears this year. Not gonna lie.
I love Jameis Winston.
James Squinston.
He
Yeah,
Just kidding. I know he did fix his eyes, and that's why he's 1 for 1 though. Just like Alex said,
and he's finding the crab.
he can afford it now.
And he yells "fuck her in the pussy" on lunch pages. If you don't like Jameis Winston, I think you hate life.
Yeah.
So he's just he's a fun-loving dude. So.
He's the coldest, sorriest quarterback ever to play.
Can you even say that? Like he threw 30 touchdowns.
He's like me.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like me on Madden. I'm gonna throw for 500 yards, but I will throw picks.
I hope he gets a chance to play a starter again.
I agree. I think one of the things, like, it sucks, but like I think black quarterbacks have a shorter leash because
Definitely.
Well, look at Haskin.
Damn, hell
Ron Rivera said, "You're done."
And damn near Brett Favre and Peyton Manning almost threw Didn't Brett Favre have the record beforehand?
They're like,
Yeah.
they're
Brett Favre has the
gunslingers.
Yeah, gunslingers. And then when Jameis
oh,
does it,
he's a runner. Get him out of there.
Jameis Winston is Philip Rivers, but he's black, so he gets taken out. Philip Rivers has thrown just as many
he
interceptions.
has more arm talent than Philip Rivers.
yeah, agree.
Definitely.
And is a better athlete.
I love Jameis Winston.
But no knock on Philip Rivers. Had a great career, but
But Jameis Winston steals things.
he did steal something one time.
I think Jameis Winston is just a little slower.
And he's cold at baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
Jameis-
he's just a cool guy.
Yeah, I love Jameis Winston. That's definitely one of my favorite quarterbacks.
So I mean, that was part of the.
It's easy for us to say that because we're not Tampa Bay fans because
Yeah.
we didn't actually have to live and die watching him. I'm sure he's got a lot of that like Cutler feel where it kind of hurts
Lots of
as a Bears fan watching
But
somebody
let's
throw
be
picks.
honest. Do you think if Tampa Bay has Jameis, do they score more than 3 points last week?
Yes, but he also scored. But I think also he throws like 3 pick sixes.
Yeah.
The Saints were all over him. But
I think he'll get in there. Look at Teddy Bridgewater. You could say some of the same stuff about Bridget Tedwater.
thank you.
Before he got to the Saints, a year under Breeze, and then Breeze got hurt. He got some experience on a real team and a real system with a good coach, and he turned his career around.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good. He got hurt, so he just bounced back. But he's looking pretty decent this year. And,
Jameis is also one of the few quarterbacks that can actually win you a game. There's not that many quarterbacks in the league that can actually win you a game. Like he can
he
throw
can win
Andy.
it or lose it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like you got Andy Dalton, like Nick Foles out there. He's not winning any fucking games. He won that Super Bowl once, but that was
sucks.
also with the top
He's
defense.
dog shit.
He is bad, but that's what Jameis Winston can provide. You know, he's going to give you a fighting chance. So
Jameis Winston is definitely a top 30 quarterback.
definitely,
Oh my god.
he'll get a starting chance again. It might be with New Orleans.
That
If
that'd
Drew
be
Brees
awesome.
retires-
Drew Brees is getting old, man.
Yeah,
He's not the same quarterback. They figured it out this week, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see in the playoffs.
He's
Yeah,
still
I was just
good.
about to say playoffs is when they take that doo doo.
It's a long season. Long season.
All right, we're gonna transition to the college games from last week.
Oh, fucking make me talk about it.
We talked about 3 big games last week. One of them was Alex's lock at the money line, so he could start with that one.
Did you watch that game?
I don't remember which one it was.
Clemson, Notre Dame.
That's Notre
I
Dame.
don't watch college football.
I watched that game when I was driving back from Wausau.
I was at the bowling alley.
Okay.
The-
Restart. Notre Dame won. But in overtime, good game, exciting game. DJ Hujimama didn't have enough to win the game, as I said. And,
DJ Ugly Alien.
yeah, it was... yeah, I mean, let's get some input from these guys.
About the game?
Yeah, it was just... I didn't really watch it, but I knew they were going to lose.
I mean, Notre Dame jumped out to a good lead. Ian Buck looked good, but Clemson was able to bounce back and slowly come back. But Notre Dame ended up, holding on to that lead at the end. It was interesting. It was the best game from last week by far to watch.
I also think that game was gonna have a huge asterisk by it too, though.
Yeah.
Now Trevor
No,
Lawrence.
it's such a big win for Notre Dame, but it doesn't mean anything because Trevor Lawrence didn't play. Like, are they actually a top 5 team?
Exactly.
I think
they'll
they're going to
meet-
make the
can
college
they meet
football
in the
playoffs.
ACC championship.
They beat. I don't know if they did. And they beat Pitt. They beat
yes.
Pittsburgh 12-6. That was the worst game I've ever seen.
Notre Dame's an interesting team. They have a good defense. Ian Book has times where he looks like a top quarterback, and then he has times where he just looks bad.
So with the last 2 games, is Clemson they're a average team and Trevor Lawrence is a superstar quarterback, or
That's what it's looking like.
yeah, because they barely beat. I mean, we all know Boston College. Boston College has a records history of program. They're just not good.
Trevor Lawrence he's the most talked about quarterback since Andrew Luck.
You know, Andrew Luck drools on his pillow.
I did not know. I know he has hyperhidrosis.
What's that?
What's dude name that played on the softball team? That looked like Andrew Luck. Y'all call him Andrew Luck.
Oh, fucking Adam. Shout out Adam Rosquist. Hooked me up at Enterprise. You guys need a car? Talk to Andrew Luck. That's what he's doing nowadays. All right, what other games we got to talk about?
All right, Jimmy's lock last week was Michigan -3.5 over Indiana, and didn't work out for him. Go ahead,
I
Jimmy.
didn't get to watch it, but I did watch it on my phone, and I just watched it slowly get terrible for me.
Did you watch the whole thing even though it was horrible?
Yes, I couldn't turn away from watching, like, just boom, another touchdown Indiana. Last week I said that Indiana wasn't for real and that Michigan is a team that could turn around. I think we all got an answer. Indiana definitely looks for real, and Michigan is not looking good.
Got a point here. So we're seeing teams like Indiana and Rutgers like flourish this season through everything that's changing. You think it's because
Short off season.
the big teams in the Big Ten, Michigan, Wisconsin, they're going to schedule usually powder puff non-conference games, whereas teams like Indiana and Rutgers are going to be getting harder non-conference games to start the season. So they're not getting their ass kicked and demoralized before the conference play.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I also think that just
They're just better teams.
Michigan's been slowly going down.
He's
just
leaving. Harbaugh's leaving.
Just due to the fact that they can't beat Ohio State, that's just demoralizing that team.
He's
so.
going back to the NFL. He might be a Bears coach next year.
Great.
He does well with quarterbacks at least.
Right.
Well, in the NFL.
Yeah.
All right.
AJ, who plays better?
Tony Romo.
Yeah, Tony Romo or Nagy?
I'll take Tony Romo. Easily. Very easily. He won't fucking run jet sweeps to a wide receiver instead of a running back.
All right. That Florida-Georgia game, that was Justin's lock. He took the under. A lot of points in that one.
What a horrible bet. That's just boring.
Georgia's supposed to have a good defense.
I don't
but,
care. You want to watch that just to watch them not score?
So that was Florida.
Ooh, Justin, you're better than that.
Florida 44, Georgia 28. I think this loss takes Georgia out that college football playoff discussion.
That's 2 for them, right?
Yep. And they only had 112 passing yards. That's disgusting.
Who's more disappointing this year, Georgia or LSU?
LSU, 100%. Because Georgia's at least a decent team. LSU looks garbage.
Yeah. And then coming into the
Coach is a swamp monster.
He is.
coming into the season, Georgia had those quarterback questions because one had an injury and then they had that little battle or whatnot. And this game kind of showed it. And then we got to give Florida's defense credit for the only 112 passing yards and then those 3 forced turnovers.
So, if anything, Georgia left the college football playoff discussion and kind of Florida kind of put themselves in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Will Arnold's happy.
Shout out Will Arnold.
All right, so that's our recap. We're going to go on a commercial real quick. Let's see Jimmy eat a pizza.
Damn right.
All right, welcome back for our commercial. I hope you liked how Jimmy devoured that pizza.
Damn right.
All right, so we're going to go over this week's top NFL games to start. This week's top NFL games is really only 2 to talk about. So first one, whoever wants to take this one, Bills and Cardinals.
That's your game.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
talk
it.
about it. Yeah.
All right, like I said so this is my money line bet. I took the Bills. I think the Cardinals are -1, right?
I think I see -2.5.
Minus
now.
2.5. So that line's moving too. I feel like Vegas wants more people to put some more bets on the Bills. All right, so I think that's why they're moving that line. I think the Bills defense, they play well and physical. I think they're gonna, like Jimmy said earlier, keep what's his name?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray in the pocket. They're not gonna allow him to move, and they're gonna force him into some turnovers. So, like I said earlier, I think the Bills are the more physical team.
Kenyon Drake got shot today.
He did?
No.
Oh.
But there was like a
It's like he's on my fantasy team.
No,
He's fucked up.
someone tweeted he got shot or was involved in the shooting, and then he tweeted out himself and said, I don't know who's making this up, but it's not true. So it was a writer for ESPN.
Oh, shit.
So stupid.
Bold move.
Also, Josh Allen had a big game last week, playing really well.
Might take that step forward. He might.
Hopefully.
He's talented. He's got
Yeah.
all the talent.
He can throw the ball far, and he's fast.
And he's
tall.
got Stephon Diggs to throw to, too.
Stephon Diggs is slept on.
Yeah. And the only problem I see about this, Alex came up with a good point earlier. They got that big win last week. They could be on a high, kind of like Notre Dame's going to be on an upset alert this week. But I think Boston College. But the Bills are going to be on that high. Cardinals coming off that tough loss against the Dolphins. It's going to be a good game regardless. So, but my money lock, my lock is on the Bills.
Like I said, I think it's going to be the best game of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the 2 actually good teams.
Yeah.
And they're all both playing well, so we'll see.
That's what we said about the Seahawks last week.
Yeah. Speaking of Seahawks Rams,
I picked that game too.
I think you could discuss that one.
His luck. Talk about it.
This is going to be an offensive. I'm not into the whole betting the over-under stuff, but probably bet the over on this one. It's going to be, I mean, the Rams have good defensive players, but I think Russell's still going to get his. And the Seahawks defense is trash. And Goff can be hit or miss sometimes, but he's got weapons on the outside with Kupp and Robert Woods.
Sean McVay can definitely slice up this defense.
It could be
coming off a
easily-
bye week. I think he's going to really tear up the Seahawks.
Winning team scores at least 40 this week.
I think both teams score 40.
Yeah, it's going to be if I ever were to bet an over, this would probably be the one.
Hope it goes that way.
So who's one of the most concerning playoff teams for you guys?
Playoff teams. I mean, Seahawks. And the reason why it's
the Bears.
The Bears aren't even a playoff team right now.
Yeah, right now I don't think they're a playoff team.
Technically, I think they're right out.
But hold on, where they at? 8? Well, they might expand it, so that they could.
Well, they're a fringe
8.
playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll just do contenders, people that I actually think have a chance. I think
Win
the
the Super Bowl?
Seahawks. Yeah, the Seahawks are the most concerning, just because I think they
defense.
have a Super Bowl quarterback. I think they have a Super Bowl offense, but their defense just doesn't can't even hold anything. Plenty of teams have held Josh Allen down and that offense of the Bills down.
It's like they had players like Earl Thomas.
It's a defense that got old.
Well,
Same thing that happened with the Bears a couple of years ago.
Him and his brother.
Everybody got old, and then all of a sudden you gotta get kind of like re-energize that entire defense. It takes a couple of years. You can't you never just keep going with a great defense. They fall off and then they come back.
Do you guys know
Possibly.
the Earl Thomas story?
Earl Thomas?
Him and his brother were
Oh yeah, they're tag team.
they were tag teaming somebody.
Shout out.
They weren't guarding them. It was
So me and Tommy are gonna be on this weekend.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
man. No, but yeah, and then his baby mama / girlfriend, I'm not sure what their relation is, but she found out and came up and pulled up on her. And then he asked her, why didn't you pull up on Rick Ross or Trick Daddy like that? And she said, I'm pulling up on you.
So with the NFL potentially expanding the playoffs, if there's a missed game to COVID, do you think this gives it more excitement because the potential for more upsets?
Feels gimmicky.
Gimmicky.
Of course, it's gonna be feel gimmickly, but
It's like baseball. That was crazy.
yeah, but I also think of the fact of like the
Brewers made the playoffs and they weren't above 500 the whole season.
But like I think of it more of like how the NBA expanded the playoffs. You saw that teams like Portland could make that jump, and people thought they were a big upset pick to beat the Lakers. I don't think it's going to have much effect on the final result, but I think having more teams an opportunity, more fans having an opportunity for their team to make it in, and to feel like they got a chance. And football's such a weird sport where a couple bounces can go your way, and who knows? Like the Bears can beat the shit out of the Buccaneers and then lose to terrible teams.
One thing I seen that they won't base it off of like if you win your division.
Yeah, it'll be 100% like win percentage.
Thank God, because then the Eagles won't make it.
No, I think they'll still do division winners.
Oh, so they'd be like the AC.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like second place in each division or something
They're
like
not
that.
even in the top 10.
Yeah,
So-
that's terrible.
They'll make sure that there's not two NFC East teams. That's what they'll make sure.
The Eagles have a pretty much the top 10 pick right now.
They could, yeah.
That's terrible. I think besides Philadelphia, I think 1 through 6 in each division is pretty solid.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good teams. I don't think we have many great teams right now.
How much you think it's affecting the games with no crowds in the stands for most stadiums?
I think the better team usually comes out on top.
Yeah, but then you see teams like the Seahawks whose defense isn't that good, but maybe with that 12th man, them getting loud, you can disrupt play calls, stuff like that can help like not so good defenses with good home field
You think
advantage can play better.
Offensive stats are higher than usual? I can't really.
I think so, actually.
I don't know. We probably should look at the stats on this,
because
but I
defense,
believe
defense more or less feeds off the crowd than the offense does. The offense likes it quiet. I mean, it's obviously
they can get all their audibles. They can
Cadence,
get
all that stuff.
everything like that. They can do a lot more to put the defense on their heels. So I think it's definitely a factor.
Like, people are still jumping off sides with no crowd. That's funny. The
That's
shit you
'cause-
hear on TV is not real. It's not happening. That's been recorded before. They're still jumping off sides.
Yeah.
So
All right, let's transition. Let's transition to some of the top college football games. Jimmy, what's the college football game you're looking forward to this weekend?
I'm gonna go with Wisconsin versus Michigan. Like we just said earlier, Michigan is a team that's reeling, and Wisconsin is coming off that long kind of COVID break that they had. They looked good for the first time in a long time, as in like, wow, we actually might have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how Graham Mertz does after he got that
It
shit.
was against a shitty Illinois team, though.
I know, but still, like they looked sharp as an offense. That's why I want to see if they can replicate that or bring that back. So
And
I
their
think,
defense always looks good.
yeah, exactly. I think that's the game I'm going to be watching intently. Not only because I'm a Wisconsin fan, but also just because if they can make that jump and maybe be the second best team in the Big Ten and maybe So maybe someday catch Ohio State or something like that. We'll see.
Hopefully. You like any games this week?
My
you don't
game
like
from
college.
my game from earlier. I'm a Miami fan, so
I like VTech, by the way.
yeah, he's a VTech fan. I like VTech too, but they're not beating Miami. Not this
Yeah,
year.
but their quarterback's name is Hooker, and he's fast.
I think one of the big games this week is Tulsa.
Who doesn't like hookers?
shout out Hendon Hooker.
Tulsa and SMU. Tulsa, they're besides Cincinnati, they're one of the only 2 undefeated teams in their conference. SMU is a good team. They did get blown out by Cincinnati, but I think Cincinnati is really good. So I think that'll be a good game for the weekend.
Tulsa's favored, even though SMU's 7-1.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I think it'll be an interesting game. I
You're
think
the guy. What kind of offenses do they run?
They put up points.
SMU
Spread.
throws the ball.
Yeah.
They have Shane Buechele,
That's
formerly
right.
from Texas. He likes to throw the ball. They're going to throw for 500 yards. They always throw for 500 yards. And I think Tulsa's an exciting offense, too, so that should be...
They both put up points.
I'm interested. Let me see if I can find that over real quick, because I feel like that's going to be very high.
Yeah, bet that over. It's probably at like 68 or something.
It could be 70.
Yeah.
It's 64, so
64.
it's up there. SMU's averaging 40 points a game, and Tulsa's just a shade under 30. So
That's something to look
could be a firework game. That's
Definitely.
for sure.
All
Who's
right.
winning?
I like SMU,
I
but
like SMU too.
Yeah.
But I'm not. That's not a bet. That's not a.
No. Just out of your personal opinion.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm betting money on it, but if you put a gun in my head, I'm picking SMU.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So last week we didn't get to pick our teams for each NFL game, so we'll do that this week. I would say let's start tonight with that Tennessee Colts game. So we could pretend like we're.
I mean, the game hasn't started yet for us.
Oh, yeah.
You'll probably hear it late, but
Yep.
you'll find out whether we're right or wrong.
Yeah, so we can
Good
start.
one.
We can-
Solid game.
Yeah, we can start with that one. Who wants to start? You want to start, Alex? We
Sure.
go left to right, then right to left. Tennessee Colts.
That's a good game, kind of. Tennessee's defense is, Indianapolis's defense is really good. Tennessee's team's really good. The offense, Phillip Rivers loses games. I'm going Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I'll go Tennessee too. I think they're a more physical football team, even though Colts' defense is pretty good. But Tennessee, and I'd bet the under.
Yes.
I almost did that parlay what he just said. I shied away from the under just to make sure. I like Tennessee as well. So I think Derrick Henry got held down a little bit last week by the Bears, and I think he's gonna be angry and want to hurt people.
He is a super soldier.
Yes.
All right, Jimmy, your lot. Cleveland, Houston.
As I said earlier, I like Cleveland. Baker
What a
Mayfield.
horrible game.
I like Houston. I just don't.
They can't tank because they don't have their pick.
Yeah,
It's in Miami.
I just don't
Oh,
like.
they can tank it. Just
No, they're playing for the guys on the team are playing for. They got to put numbers up to be able to come back and play in the league next year.
I just don't like the Browns. I don't.
You don't
I'm
trust
not a
them?
big believer
That's
of Baker Mayfield. You see what happened when he played my Raiders. 6 points.
What's more coincidence than Drake and his friend Odell Beckham having knee surgery at the same time?
Drake had knee surgery?
They're up to something.
Oh no.
You didn't see that? Woj tweeted it out.
Hey, I got all that Drake gear, certified lover.
You got
boy.
that for real?
Yep.
It was all sold out when I looked at it.
Yeah, I got it right away. Going for a price. Hit me up if you want it. Washington, Detroit. Who you got, Al?
Detroit. Matt Stafford will win that game.
Yeah, I agree. I got Detroit too.
I got Washington. I like Washington in that game. They got that guy with that who had that knee injury, little minor injury not that long ago. But he also
He was
threw,
questionable for what, 2 years?
yeah, but he also threw for 300 yards last week, and that was coming off the bench. And
Riverboat.
just the Detroit, any game that they're supposed to win, they get they blow it.
Riverboat.
So Riverboat, we're on. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, Jimmy. Green Bay, Jacksonville.
Oh, that's god awful.
God, if the
13. That's the spread.
Packers defense is terrible, but if they let Jake Luton score points at them, I mean, exactly.
Last time we thought Green Bay was a lock, though they lost to the Vikings.
This is different.
But I'm still going with Green Bay.
Yeah, that was they had Dalvin Cook. I don't.
Isn't the Jacksonville's number one back out also?
James Robinson?
Is he out
I think
playing?
he's active,
Okay.
but I don't think it matters.
No, Green Bay should win this game. It's at Green Bay. It doesn't really matter, but they're gonna they'll handle that game easy. Green Bay.
All right, Alex. Philly, Giants.
Ew.
So I was listening. I heard some people talking. New York hasn't lost. They've only been blown out one time. So this is going to be the game. They're going to rip the season away from the. They're going to make the playoffs. They're winning the game. New York Giants.
I'm going with Alex. Devontae Freeman. I think he's supposed to come back this week. All right, he solid running back. All right, so I got Giants too.
I got Philly in an ugly game just because I think Carson Wentz is.
I hope
better
it
than Daniel
rains or
Jones.
snows or.
If it rains or snows, you definitely got to go
I hope
under.
that I have a different game to watch.
Yeah, I definitely
First
will.
of all, I want to say fuck you, CBS. I could have been doing something better.
All right, Jimmy. Actually, I think this is going to be a really good game. Tampa Bay, Carolina. Oh, is McCaffrey out still?
He's out.
McCaffrey's out. They
He's
still have Mike
doubtful.
Davis. I want to go Carolina, but I think Tampa Bay bounces
In our
back.
fantasy league, Mike Davis is on the waiver wire.
Yeah,
He
fuck it.
is?
I dropped it by accident.
I put away. I put a claim in.
I had him
I picked
and
up
I dropped
Devontae
him.
Freeman and Breida.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know how I got him. But
Yeah.
I'm at number 12. But I'm going Tampa Bay. Big loss last week. They're going to bounce back.
backs. Opposite of the Bills. They're gonna be pissed off. It's a division game and need it.
Tom Brady's gonna yell at all his teammates, but they're gonna win.
Fuck.
All
Yeah.
right.
Tampa.
Wonder who Case is gonna pick.
Denver and the Raiders.
Raiders.
LV. Drew Lock. He has the worst. He's the worst through first through third quarter. Fourth quarter, it's not gonna matter because Josh Jacobs is gonna take over the game rushing, and the Raiders have had 150 rushing yards past 2 games.
I always want to go Denver. They're like my fun pick because they got a good defense, but I think I'm gonna kick that narcotic this week and pick the Raiders.
They want to go Raiders because
This just
they
didn't.
don't want the Bears to have a worse record. All right.
This is a solid game.
I like this game too. Miami and the Chargers. Who you got, Jim?
Go Chargers, go! Shout out to former governor. I like the Chargers this week. I think Tua played good last week, but I don't know. I think Justin Herbert is low key has had a really good rookie year.
He
as
looks
well.
like
really
he looks like kind of like a Big Ben out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
More
he's got,
athletic.
and he's got more weapons than
Keenan Allen and
Keenan
Mike
Allen,
Williams.
Mike Williams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I go Chargers.
I want to go Chargers, but they always find a way to lose, no matter what.
Even with the curse of the ghost of Phillip Rivers, is
Man.
still haunting them.
Always find a way to lose. So I'm going Miami with this one.
I'm going Miami also.
Yeah.
Mr. 305.
Mr. 5 till I die.
Cardinals, Bills. Who you got, Al?
This is a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pick one,
I want to. My heart says Arizona because I like Kyler and DeAndre, but I also like Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna go Bills in a good game. Hopefully, a high-scoring, fun game to watch.
This was my lock, so I got to go Bills. I like their team. Go ahead, Jim.
I was on the fence earlier, but after talking it out with you guys, I'm with Buffalo.
Yeah.
I think they get a couple of turnovers on Kyler Murray.
On paper, this one looks like a good game. Seattle and the Rams.
Two
Who you
good
got,
games.
Jim?
Those games would be lots of points.
I'm going to go with the Rams. Sean McVay coming off a bye. I think he's going to have plenty of plays that'll score plenty of points on the Seahawks.
I think I got to go with Seattle. Anytime I bet with the Rams, they disappoint me.
Fair.
So go ahead.
I took Seattle as my lock, so Russell Wilson gets it done.
Last year, this would have been a good game. 49ers Saints.
It's gonna be the fucking upset. Like it's gonna. There's everything in the world says Saints,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Niners will pull it out somehow, some way.
Very possible.
But I'm gonna go Saints.
I gotta go Saints too. 49ers. I don't know what's wrong with them.
I go Saints, but I think San Francisco covers. It's like 10 points or something
Yeah,
like that.
I
I think
think
it's gonna be closer than people think, but I don't think San Francisco would score with the Saints.
Pittsburgh Bengals. Who you got, Jim?
Pittsburgh, sure, why not? I think it's gonna be another one that's gonna be closer than people think. I think Joe Burrow's looked good this year, but Pittsburgh's got the damn good defense with T.J. Watt, and they know how to put up points.
So it's Bo Juro.
Bo Juro.
The Bengals put up a fight every game. Joe Burrow is a stud. I want to say Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna go on the limb and say Cincinnati
shit,
this
okay.
week. Pittsburgh gets their first loss.
Wow, it's AFC North. Anything can happen.
Yep.
Yeah, Pittsburgh though, they're winning. Big Ben, shoo shoo.
Shoo shoo juicer.
James Conner. Yeah, no, it's an easy win for Pittsburgh.
Your favorite team, New England versus Baltimore.
Patriots. You can't bet against them.
Lamar,
I'm going Baltimore.
Javaris and Lamar. Lamar Jackson, easy.
And then we're going to end with Jimmy's favorite team, Bears, Vikings.
Every week, I say the Bears suck, and every week I talk myself into thinking they could probably win this game. I also think that Minnesota has Nick Foles, but throws more picks in the fact of Kirk Cousins. So if we can stop Dalvin Cook, I think the Bears win the game.
Can you stop
I'll go with
Dalvin
Bears.
Cook?
Fuck it, why not?
Like he said, if you could stop Delvin Cook, the Bears win. But I don't know. Right now, Delvin Cook is looking crazy good.
He's in
so
his bag.
yeah, he should be a 98 on Madden. Adrian Peterson's calling for 99. I don't see that yet. I'm going Minnesota.
I really hope Khalil Mack is in Dalvin Cook's bushes right now outside his window. Are swimming in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Big Dick Nick on primetime TV.
Whoa!
He's about to let that shit hang on me.
It's not bigger than Teddy's though.
Holy smokes!
Hey, did he beat Teddy? Right?
Not on the field, but
We covered. That's all
what
I
about in the
remember.
locker room?
Oh my God! So who you picking, Al?
I'm a Bears fan too, so I vote for the Bears.
All right.
Shout out.
All right, two big baseball heads right here. What do you guys think about the MVPs that were announced today?
I mean, Freddie Freeman's definitely deserving, but I think if any of those voters could re-vote again, I think they all pick Mookie Betts just of what he did in the playoffs. But either way, I think both deserving.
So this is a hot take. Should MVP awards be awarded, or should they continue to keep it as a? What's more important, the MVP or the Finals World Series MVP? What's more important? I mean, your regular season, great.
Well, that's why they have two different awards in my
I
opinion.
know, but like, it's like also Pro Bowl. Like let's throw that. Like, I hate when I say former Pro Bowler. That who cares? Like that's the most obsolete award ever.
So I feel like y'all
Trubisky made a Pro Bowl.
I feel like y'all going to my argument from like 3 weeks ago when I said winning is the only thing that matters.
Regular season matters, but it's tough because
Freddie Freeman had really damn good stats, especially in a sport like baseball where you can't really control how good your team is.
yeah.
Freddie Freeman's been doing this for years, and
Baseball is the most individual sport of all team sports, though, because it's just you. It's mono v
One
mono.
verse is damn near one verse. How many people are in the outfield?
9.
9? One
Well,
verse 9.
There's 9 people on the field. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's damn near 1 verse 9 when you think about it.
I mean, Mike Trout's the best player in baseball, and this team hasn't won a playoff
What a
game.
sad
in his
story
entire
that
career.
is.
It's because he took money over winning.
I mean,
Well, it
yeah.
took loyalty.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like we'd throw him under the bus if he went and joined like the Dodgers.
So
or
let's
something
say go back to when LeBron made a decision and he stayed in Cleveland this whole time, never left, and then ended up. What has he got? 4? Or
But
3?
I think that's a little
He has 4.
different though.
How's it different? Like, what if Mike Trout went to the Yankees? There's unlimited salary. He could go wherever he wanted.
No, I'm saying I think it's a little different from basketball and baseball. Like one individual player in basketball can make a team way better
Yeah,
compared
definitely.
to baseball.
Right.
Like I can't just go get
But if you go to a super team, like look at the Dodgers.
yeah that would be different.
Like if you.
But even that doesn't always work out. When Albert Pujols went to the Angels, everybody thought they were going to be the best team in the league, and
They didn't make playoffs, did they?
no, they spent a lot of money too.
have they haven't made the playoffs since Mike Trout's been there. Maybe once.
I think they made it once, but like I said, I don't think they won any games. I think
That's
they got
horrible.
swept.
Are they still in Anaheim?
They're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
The stadium is in
Yes.
Anaheim.
That's why they haven't been.
Anaheim is in Los Angeles County.
Good. They haven't been good since they
believe.
changed their name from Anaheim.
Haven't been good since that fucking movie where the kid was fucking flapping his wings.
Angels in the outfield. All right, how
They
you
actually
guys?
won the World Series after that. So.
Yes, they did.
How you guys feel about the White Sox hiring
Oh,
La
my.
Russa?
Start it off, Al. You're more passionate than I am about it. I'm with you though.
I love the way Dominicans and all Caribbean people play baseball. And there's half of the starting lineup is Dominican or not, are from the Caribbean. And Tony La Russa is, I don't want to call him anti-Dominican.
Old as dirt.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
He wasn't a fun umpire. He wasn't a fun manager 20 years ago.
Yeah, no one likes him. He has a horrible reputation with players. He's done a great job. He's won World Series. Blah 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 blah. But he's old. He's boring. He's drunk.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Is he addicted to DUIs?
He gets DUIs often. It's just the White Sox were upcoming. Finally, they're looking good. It's been 15 years since they won their last World Series, and they have honestly one of the top 5 exciting young teams in the league, and it doesn't make it. any sense. It's very upsetting to me, honestly. I'm not even a White Sox fan.
The only thing that makes sense is that it's the White Sox that did it. This is a total White Sox move. As a Cubs fan, I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's like I'm trying to think of something like it's like hiring Red Auerbach to coach the Lakers now.
It's like the Kings. Just you go there to die.
No.
I'm just playing.
It's like hiring. I'm trying to think about. It's like almost. It's not that bad, but it's almost as bad as giving Donald Sterling back to Clippers.
Jesus Christ.
It is.
Rest in peace.
No.
I'm just kidding. He's not even dead.
He might as well be.
The way Tony La Russa acts towards his players and towards opposing players puts off that impression. That's just what I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be interesting to see if
It's not. It's gonna be horrible.
if he actually keeps that job, because that DUI that apparently the White Sox said they even knew about, and they still fucking made
They're
him manager.
buddies, right? They're
Yeah,
buddies.
he's
said
buddies
it-
with Jerry Reinsdorf.
They said they're waiting for that case to play out. That's what
Yeah,
ESPN
but
said.
Paul Ricker and
That's
Taria.
their second statement. The first statement, they came out and said, "Yeah, we knew about it, but
Paul
he's
Ricker
a
and
good
Taria.
guy."
He keeps getting canned from Chicago teams right before they get good.
Yeah, he just keeps building up.
He
good,
builds the
He
team.
builds up good locker rooms. They're like, "All right, cool, get the fuck out of here. We're gonna try to win with somebody else."
Yeah, it doesn't. It's super upsetting to me, honestly. They have a very, very talented team with exciting, fun players. They play baseball the new age way, fun and not boring. And they're gonna bring in the total opposite.
It's gonna end spectacularly.
It's not gonna. It can't happen. It can't happen. If it happens, it's gonna be a mutiny. They're not gonna play for that guy. They're not.
Odds are that he gets another DUI during the season.
All right, let's transition.
Swerving on the E-way, drunk in the bitch.
All right, next week we got the NBA draft, so it's less than a week away. Couple things. Do you guys think Minnesota should trade that number 1 pick, or you think they should take?
You see, there's 2 trade rumors. We got the Warriors are looking to get LaMarcus Aldridge, and the Lakers want DeRozan. I saw that today.
I don't know how I feel about the DeRozan one though.
I heard they traded Kuzma and Danny Green for that. I think that's a come up, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about any of that stuff.
But with DeRozan, he's one of those people. He's kind of like a D Wade. He needs to make his own shot. He can't.
He's not an off the ball catch and shoot
Yeah.
player, which is
That's
been
what LeBron
demanded
needs,
for
yeah.
LeBron to
But
have.
what I will say, I think he'd be a good third fiddle. If he's your third best player, your team's going to be really good. And I think he's the type of person that can take a back seat to somebody and watch them.
And he's from LA, so he'll be happy to be there.
Yeah, but hopefully he learns how to shoot a 3.
I mean, he can shoot threes. He's just
He
not good
just
at it.
doesn't want to.
Yeah.
It's not his game.
So who do y'all think the Timberwolves should take at number 1? I don't think they should take James Wiseman just because he's not a good fit next to Karl Anthony Towns.
I could see if I'm Minnesota, I try to trade back a couple picks, like maybe try to get in that like 5 range, and then you can get a player that's a better fit for them, but then you can get some more capital or something like that. I think especially with what I keep hearing is that more teams are interested in LaMelo Ball. You kind of create a bidding war and try to get the best offer, trade back a little bit, and yeah.
What's their future? They have, what do they got? Him, Towns and Russell?
Towns and Russell's a pretty good future.
Yeah.
It is, but it's like
I like D'Angelo Russell. That's one of my favorite players.
Towns has a pretty
and
soft reputation around
They
him.
want Devin Booker.
The thing is, Towns could be like one of the best players in the NBA. He, like you said,
Just soft.
yeah.
He has a bad reputation.
Jimmy
of being
Butler
soft.
exposed his ass.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is not afraid to tell the truth. He's very open with people. But he likes Tyler Hero.
Yeah, so do you guys think the Warriors should take a look to trade that number 2 pick and capitalize on Steph Curry and Klay Thompson's
First of
prime?
all, with the Warriors, I want to cancel this narrative of Giannis going into Miami. Let's cancel that right now. I don't understand. The media is pushing it. The media does a lot. They're trying to push this agenda, and Giannis is not leaving Milwaukee. Stop.
We're the media now too.
No.
Holy shit, we're the media.
Duck, we're the media. Look at that.
I think they should get someone like James Wiseman. I think if they get someone like
big?
James Wiseman, yes, a big that he can't really stretch the floor, but he's
Honestly,
he's a
I
good
wish I
shot
could
blocker.
see him play a little more. Does he have an outside game?
Talking about jumper. Huh?
Does he have an outside game?
He's got decent mid range, but he's not going to be a 3-point shooter. But
Is he better than Andrew Bogut?
yes,
he'll help the team then.
whoa. I don't think he got.
No, is he
played.
better than Andrew Bogut now?
I like Andrew Bogut now still.
Oh my god.
All right, Andrew Bogut sucks. Anyways, we're gonna transition to our top plays of this week. top 3 because we don't have all our people. Hopefully we have all 5 next week. We'll start with Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy. Top play.
Like I said earlier, it's Philip Rivers attempting to tackle somebody. He tried to be athletic at like 39 years old. The play starts with him trying to cut him off. It looks like he has a good angle, tripping over his own feet, getting hurtled over, and then just laying there sprayed out in desperation because there was nothing he could do. So that's what I'm going to go with.
My top play this week, John Rahm, holding one right over that water.
Skipping it.
Skiddly mink a dink a doo, whatever they say in that song. All right, holding one, pretty sick play. Go ahead, Al.
How about that election? Wild times, huh?
Play of the week is definitely Donald Trump getting his people to get outside the polls and say stop the count.
Hey, I bet that the Democrats will win Arizona. We should have.
Bet that on the game.
Yeah, I bet that on my bookie. I won that one.
Comeback.
They ain't give me my money yet because everything isn't official yet.
Oh my god!
But I bet on that.
No, but seriously, my play of the week is Syria in a wild win over Uzbekistan in an international friendly, 1-0.
Hold on, what play though?
That game was
The
explosive.
one and only goal.
Can you pronounce the person who scored it?
This thing's not even telling me who did it.
Hopefully I can find that one.
Hopefully I can find that one. Yeah, good fucking luck.
I don't think cameras.
Got to
are
go
allowed.
on serious YouTube.
All right. Make sure you press that like button, that subscribe button. Truly, we still need that sponsor.
That way.
Hopefully next week we got Justin and Drew back.
Yep. Let's go.
Nope, it's Dre.
Yeah, Dre, because he has no
Hopefully he gets
W's.
a W. Maybe next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Mambo out.